Judy, what are the key user benefits? I mean, hygiene is a must for people who are bedridden, wheelchair-ridden, and I don't think most people really understand that the skin is really the largest organ on the body, and if they are not able to regularly bathe, it can lead to other problems. What are the key user benefits to the faucet, and how does this compare to other bathing alternatives?
I would like first to speak to a graph, which, although it's a little bit hard to read on a screen, if you pull it up and print it out from, as Steve mentioned earlier, the www.fawssit.com, print out the faucet brochure. Inside that brochure is an actual chart which compares different types of bathing alternatives. Typically we break that down into two categories. There's bathing associated with a bathtub, and there's showering. And there are significant differences in those two. While they both can get a person clean, there's no question that adequate water flow, which is why I think most of our population tends more toward showers as a regular solution than they do baths. For those with disabilities, it can become a very difficult thing for them to get either a bath or a shower, because when they're looking at things like lifts, or I should say slides that go into bathtubs and may lift and lower them down into the water, those can work, but they are not without some degree of risk. Oftentimes, the ADA will only say you have to have grab bars for people with disabilities in a bathtub. Well, I'm afraid that that's just not an acceptable solution for many people who have got very severe disabilities. So, yes, there are bathing alternatives and there are showering alternatives. There are upsides and downsides and requirements for the quality that you want to have in a bath. So I'm not going to read through the entire chart, but if you take a little bit of time to look at that chart, I think you'll learn a lot about how to assess what might be the best quality solution for a particular need. And speaking of quality, I think that's one of the key benefits of the FAWSsit portable showers, because as I indicated before, all of the components and the construction are of the highest quality, and the product is designed to last for many, many years. It is a permanent solution, and the investment is a sound one. Now, there are inexpensive alternatives that are trying to come onto the market, but I would point out that there are some very serious issues with those. There is no other completely portable fold-away shower stall on the market, period. These cheap knockoffs that are made out of things like PVC, you have to understand that those are alternatives that you have to literally put them together. It's when they say some assembly required, it's actually complete assembly required. And unfortunately, once it's set up, that means that you have to leave it set up. So if you want to take it down and not have it in the way in your kitchen or your bedroom or wherever, it has to be completely taken apart. Again, using tools, and eventually, as we all know with PVC, you can only screw into PVC so many times before it starts falling apart. So be careful. And I think that's a really important factor, is that there are less expensive units on the market, but they are also far lower quality, and the lifetime and the expected life cycle for a product like that is going to be significantly less. But let's talk about safety, because that's a key factor. Safety with this product is excellent because no lifts or transfers are required. So again, no slipping or falling is going to occur. As I said before, water temperature can be set at the sink, but it can be turned off at the shower, so you don't get accidental scalding issues. And important to keep in mind, too, are the caregivers, because they also are at risk. When they're trying to help someone, or if they have to lift a person, or if they have to try to step into a shower with them, they're slipping around there, and if the person slips or falls or loses their balance, it's oftentimes not only the individual who has a disability that can be injured, but caregivers can be too. But as you referred to earlier, Steve, it's very important that you look at health, and maintaining and protecting and promoting health is a real key benefit of the shower pourable system that we have. There is no risk of hypothermia because, or anything while you're waiting for a tub to fill or empty. You know, and if you think about talking about some of the alternatives, another major alternative that people look at these days are the walk-in tubs. Recognize that if you're using a walk-in tub, you first of all have to be able to walk in, which many people with disabilities can't. And if they're sitting there, they have to sit in that tub waiting for it to fill with water. They take their baths, then they have to wait for all the water to go back out. So these people are oftentimes ones, you know, if you look at seniors, they're often much more at risk for things like hypothermia. So that's a real key risk for them with something that isn't something that they can be wheeled out, dried off, dressed, and taken care of. Their skin, though, can also be thoroughly cleaned. And to that point, as we discussed earlier, having adequate water flow to the skin can prevent skin dyscrasias and sores from forming. You can prevent problems from the soap residue that comes with sponge bathing and all the problems that go along with just inadequate water flow over the skin. And even thinking in terms of skin folds, a lot of the very large bariatric clients have problems with not being able to adequately clean under those skin folds, where with our shower you can handhold the shower head and spray anywhere. One of the other key health factors, though, are what I refer to as the mental and emotional health benefits. You know, how many of us don't love the comfort and the dignity and of just being able to have a warm shower? And in fact, I will tell you that our byline for our company is people in wheelchairs deserve showers too. And because I think it's critical that they get the comfort and the dignity and the health and the social acceptability, all of the things that come as part of mental as well as physical health. As far as the product, though, let me just mention one other quick thing here in terms of maintenance, because that is a question that's oftentimes asked. This is a very simple unit to maintain. Once a week, we suggest that after the shower's over, the caregiver or someone who is assisting the person with the disability just run a couple, 2-3 gallons of water into the pan. Add about maybe a half cup of bleach, let it sit for 5 minutes or so, slosh it around to sanitize the pan. Use a little cloth to wipe the curtains down with the bleach water, wipe off any other components that, you know, just need cleaning. But then you can turn the pump on, pull that bleach water up through the hoses and up through the pump, so you're actually going to sterilize those elements as well.
And Judy, what I will do is go ahead and if folks want to get that graph emailed to them, they can right now go sign up at caregiversolutions.medame.com. That's caregiversolutions, all one word, .medame.com. Give us your name and email. Go check your email and confirm the request, because we hate spam too. Or if you have a smartphone, or you want to just text your name and email right now to 702-800-2569. You can text your name and email and you'll get it right now. We'll get that information along with the brochure for the FAWSsit portable wheelchair shower systems and the user's manual. We'll go ahead and put in the standard user's manual. Obviously, if you were buying another model, we'll provide you with that as well.